Looking back at Minnesota's refugee history, historically the North Star State has been one of the most welcoming states for refugees, and we're stronger for it today. As we begin to welcome our new Afghan friends and neighbors, we reflect on exactly what the contribution of refugees have meant to the region so far. You know, it's interesting because the Democrats like to claim that this is about where our tradition in America is welcoming immigrants. Yes, legal immigrants. I know that's very hard for the Democrats, WALZ especially, and Harris, because they just look at any immigrant coming across as that's part of our tradition. No, illegal immigrants is been a big part of the problem, but that's not part of our tradition. It's welcoming legal immigrants, okay? Yeah, they're never going to get that because they don't live in the land of legal. They live in the land of illegal. But I'm just wondering, you know, is there any trafficking going on here at all while claiming to be about being open to refugees when really there's something more behind it? I'm just wondering. Because, you know, somebody that will put children in harm's way like Tim Walz will, well, you can't expect him then to care about anybody. But if people remember many years ago, Nancy Pelosi had let it slip that, well, we need the immigrants to come over because I need somebody to tend to my wine vineyards, my grape vineyards. Yeah, somebody to do the labor. So I'm just wondering, while they claim it's, oh, we're so welcoming and diverse. Yeah, sure you are. Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan made the invitation official in a letter to President Joe Biden. Quote, Minnesota is eager to uphold that tradition. So what they don't get is it's not a tradition. It's illegal when illegal immigrants come in. It means they're breaking the law. We must be the only country, well, except for communist countries, but you know, minusing the other communist countries, we must be the only country on the planet that actually puts illegal citizens, well, not even citizens, illegal aliens before the American citizens. Yes, and Tim Walz and Harris are a perfect example of that. The left in general is. So Minnesota is eager to uphold that tradition by welcoming families and children and providing the stable foundation they need to rebuild their lives, achieve their highest potential, and contribute to our state. Oh, I just wonder what he means by contribute to our state. Just gotta wonder. Immigrants and refugees have been drawn here by family and religious groups such as Catholic Charities and Lutheran Family Services. Lutheran Social Services. Of course they have. I mean, Catholic Charities has been helping keep the border open. They're helping to traffic they're traffickers. They are part of the trafficking chain. Again, for those that don't understand that there's a chain in trafficking. From the time wherever they came from, all the way along the line, somebody is in place to help move the trafficked people along. Yeah, that's slavery. I mean, it's the Democrat Party. Their history goes back to wanting slaves. While they say it's Republic, yeah, no, you just look into the archives, look into the history. It's the Democrats. They've just managed to convince everybody because all those Democrats that want to continue to listen to CNN and MSNBC, they just want to remain stupid. Let's see, it goes on here. So Catholic Charities and Lutheran Social Services that have paved the way with sponsorship and support, including international adoption. Oh, how nice, Catholic Charities, doing the devil's work there. Minnesota has one of the highest international adoption rates per capita in the country. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Sharia law, the highest capital of adoption rates, international adoption rates. Gets a little bit, is it getting a little more clear now? So Minnesota has one of the highest international adoption rates per capita in the country, highlighted by the 15,000 Korean adoptees who have landed in Minnesota since the Korean War. The state's refugee resettlement programs office and organization, such as the IIM, help immigrants and refugees navigate everything from housing to healthcare to Minnesota Nice. And politicians ranging from Hubert Humphrey to George Latimer to many others help along the way. The problem is that I guess the real citizens of the country and of that state, Minnesotans, are fleeing. Yes, I guess they don't seem to like the illegal activities of Tim Walz. All of this, caring more about illegal aliens than American citizens. Younger Minnesotans, on balance, are leaving to make their lives elsewhere. So too are the middle class. This is unfortunate on a personal level, but it is also bad news for the state's economic future. Oh, well, see, when you have the citizens of the state fleeing because the left policies are so bad, then of course you would need to get all the illegal immigrants in there to traffic them. They need somebody to do the works, like Nancy Pelosi said. Somebody has to tend to the vineyard. Sadly, the state government is supersizing, well, that would be the problem, the very policies that are pushing these people out of the state. Do not expect these numbers to improve anytime soon. Nope. But what these people are really up to is no good. Illegal activity, I would say definitely trafficking with a bunch of Catholic and Lutheran social services organizations that have been doing this for a very long time, doing the work of the devil. So this would explain why Tim Walz doesn't care about children, why he doesn't care about anybody. He's just a total loser. Totally has ruined Minnesota, the true American citizens fleeing that state. And this bastard gets away with it. Of course, Kamala would pick another criminal just like herself. Total lowlifes. The left is nothing but lowlifes.